Hey mates, welcome to another episode of Sketch Talk, episode 2. And I'll be talking about projects, multiple projects, and drowning in multiple projects. So basically, I was drowning in projects for a while. And well, let's back up, let's go to the beginning. Sit back, just relax. This is Sketch Talk is kind of a podcast, kind of a series, but with podcasts you don't have much going on the screen, so I'm just showing you some sketches I'm working on. I don't know what I'm going to show you because I started recording the audio first, but whatever it is, just enjoy it. But to start from the beginning, I'm a project-based artist, so that means like I like working on projects, and if I'm working on a project, I'll work harder and I'll work better and I'm more focused. Like occasionally I'll do a single drawing or something, but I don't really like solo drawings that stand alone. I really like drawing for a project or animating for a project or whatever. So I'm pretty much a project-based artist. So being that, I like to take more than I can handle. I really need to learn to say no to myself and other people when the opportunity to join a new project arrives, and that's something I'm still learning. But yeah, I'm pretty much a project-based artist, and like I said, I like taking multiple projects because how I see it, if you get stuck with one project, like a creative stuck kind of way, or you just don't know how to move on, hey, there you have another project which you can work on and let your mind on the back of your head just focus on the other project that you're stuck with, like a bit on the back, on the low. So that's the cool thing about multiple projects. Of course, limiting yourself to how much you can handle. But yeah, me not knowing how much I can handle, I like to take more. Like I like to take more than I can actually handle, right? So I have problems like balancing multiple projects. And to give you an idea of what some of my projects are like, the YouTube channel is my main project. I would say, like, I'm calling it a project because I'm working on a lot, and the YouTube channel alone has a lot of sub projects. Like I started the Draw Your OC series. I started Sketch Talk, which isn't a big deal to produce. It's actually one of the most relaxing videos on the channel I can make. So I like doing the Sketch Talk videos. They're relaxing. I can just talk and ramble, and hopefully some of you are listening. Hey, if you've made it this far, you're awesome. But yeah, so Sketch Talk is pretty cool, and I have ideas to bring like Let's Practice. I don't know if some of you remember my Let's Practice series on the channel. I have ideas and plans to bring that back, but make it even cooler. Really put some time into that and like make all the episodes and then release them. Then I have my remastered series, which I really like. Then I want to live stream more occasionally, like weekly if it's possible. So like the YouTube channel alone, I put a lot of work into, and I have a lot planned for it. So it's a pretty like big thing on its own to handle. But then we're adding that I would like to make a short animation in my gap year. For those of you who don't know, I have a gap year right now. So after I graduated, I just took a year for myself, and hopefully next year I'll start animation school. Still have to hear back for that. It's killing me. Thanks for asking. But yeah, so in my gap year, I wanted to complete a short animation. Not just because I want to know what it's like to make a short animation before I'm starting animation school. So I'll use that as a guideline, like before I started animation school and after I finished animation school. It's like, okay, so this is what I can do and this is what I can do now. So kind of like a side alone guide. So that's what I would like. That's hopefully like my goal is still to finish the short animation and like make it 3 minutes or something. So that's a project that I'm working on. It's not really going well, but that's because I'm having issues balancing my projects. Then I took on another project, which is make a short comic in my gap year. So And all my projects work towards me having a finished product, because I have a lot of like loose illustrations and something. So that finished comic is it's supposed to be my first product, and I'm doing it. It's a collaboration actually with a writer slash director who wrote a pretty cool story. So we're working on that, and that is actually going pretty okay. It's moving along. So me having all these different projects, and when I hear a project, when I like get this idea, I'm like, whoa, that sounds really cool, and I get really excited. So I want to like get started on it. And at the moment that project, that idea like comes up in me, I'm ignoring all that I already took on my plate, So I'm like, eventually it becomes too much, and I took all this load upon me, and it basically makes me drown. I'm drowning in this project, and basically I'm looking, and the biggest con of having multiple projects and you don't know how to balance them, you don't know what to prioritize, you'll not get a lot done. You'll be moving little by little on each project, but if you focus on one project, you'll see a big leap, like a lot of progress. But if you're working on multiple things at the same time, it can sometimes seem like you're not progressing. So I really don't recommend like artists doing what I'm doing. And now that I've like noticed recently what the problem is, and like not making a lot of progress and taking too much on and not knowing where to start, where to continue, it can bring you down kind of bit, a weird word, but it can kind of like put a damper on your like energy to draw. So I really don't recommend that. But now that I know what the problem is, the issue is simple. I need to organize, and I need to prioritize my projects. I need to like swim, stop drowning, start paddling, and surface, don't drown anymore. So that's like what I kind of did. I made a priority list for myself. So all my projects I like prioritized, and I decided that the YouTube channel, making YouTube videos, all the projects, it's the main important thing for me. So like YouTube is one of my biggest priority amongst all my projects, which means I want to keep making videos weekly, and best case scenarios, I'll be able to make multiple videos a weekly. So that's ideal. That's the ideal case scenario, and at least one video a week. That's the goal. That's the goal that I set for myself, and I'm sticking to it. Thankfully, so that's going okay. Then my second priority is the short animation. Like I really want to finish that, and I'm still doing it with my friends, so that is going to happen if I like it or not. And I like it, so of course it has to happen, but that is going to happen, and I just need to figure out like I'm not an artist. Like I don't like working with a tight schedule, like at 1 o'clock I'm drawing 1 hour this, and then 5:30 I'm doing this. Like I just have a week to week or a day to day, which is also rare. I have a week to week schedule. Like, okay, this week I would like to make this video so I can post it on Friday. Then yeah, let's do some storyboarding, some writing, whatever. And like if I have to do a lot in a week, or I would like to do a lot in a week, then I'll make a day-to-day schedule. But seeing all the projects that I took upon myself, and I find it hard to eliminate one because I want to realize them all. And basically me wanting to realize them all is ignoring what is possible for one person, for one artist. And I mean, you only have 24 hours in a day, Russell, and you have to sleep, socialize. F humans. No, I'm joking, but I have all these other things that I have to do. So how I want to realize that, or I'm going to like work myself into the grave, or I am going to eliminate a few projects, or I am going to, for the first time in my life, work with a schedule. And I don't like disprove working with a schedule. It's just something that's new to me. But like in this case scenario, with what I want to achieve, with I think about 5-6 months left before it's summer, it's vacation. Not yet, no, because it's very cold in the Netherlands, but like I have about 5 to 6 months left to do all those things. So a schedule would really help me. So I decided that I'm going to work on a more tight schedule. Not too tight, still not hour to hour, but definitely day to day, and maybe even like break up the days in what I'm going to do. So yeah, that was kind of me noticing a bad habit I have of drowning in projects. And that's the first step, you have a bad habit, you take notice of that habit, and then you try to fix it. And if you don't, you Google. No, I'm joking. I know how to fix this, and I have a plan. So the next step is just me sticking to the plan. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times that has worked for me. It kind of reminds me of when you're telling yourself you're going to study a week earlier for a test, and then a week has passed and your book is still closed, and you're like, F me. That's basically how I stick to plans. So it's time to change that and really stick to my plans, because I really want to be able to show myself that I can do this and that and this, because I think it's possible. There's always a way to do something, and if you don't know how, it means you just haven't found the way yet. And if you can find it, maybe there's no way. So yeah. But yeah, hey, thanks for listening to Sketch Talk episode 2. This episode is a bit longer because I had a bit more to say, I can say. So, and I hope you learned something from this experience, this pickle I kind of got myself in, which could have been avoided if I was a less excited and more realistic artist. But yeah, it happened. And it can happen to you. It's okay. We make mistakes, and they're kind of mistakes we make because we just want to do so much, So that's really something I notice about myself. I like projects, but I do have to limit myself to how many projects at one time I can do. So yeah, I hope you learn from that. If you're also a project-based artist, it's I'm not saying multiple projects is the negative thing, but know your limit. Know how much time you have to do every single thing, and the more projects you take, the slower the overall process is going to be. So remember that, be excited, be passionate, be dedicated, but also be realistic. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, let me know in the comments, are you also a project-based artist? Do you taking on multiple projects and then being that's not so smart? So yeah, let me know. I'm really excited to know how you think about it. Do you occasionally drown in a project in the sense that you don't have the time to finish it, or you don't know how to finish it? What do you do then? And is this problem that I'm describing, is it familiar? Is it not? Am I stupid? That I'm stupid, it's confirmed, so nothing new there. Loser. But yeah, let me know. I'm really excited to know. Like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to turn on the notification button so you know when I upload a new video, and of course you don't miss anything from Fighnimates. Yeah, share this video if you liked it. That really helps the channel grow if you share my stuff. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. And as always, don't forget to stay awesome, mates. Peace.